Hello, my wonderful friends. I hope you're ready to dive into another story because today I want to share something special, something that will help you learn English and maybe even teach you a little about life. Are you comfortable? Take a deep breath, sit back, and imagine this with me because we're about to talk about something very precious: time. When I was a child, my grandmother used to tell me that time is like water slipping through your fingers. At the time, little me thought it sounded poetic, but I didn't quite understand what she meant. It wasn't until years later, when I saw a friend struggling to learn English, that her words made sense. His name was David. He always said, "I'll start next week," or "I'm too busy today." Time moved on, and guess what? It didn't wait for him. The weeks turned into months, and months turned into years. David finally decided to start learning when he realized something very important. Time isn't unlimited. If you let opportunities pass, they might not come back the same way. That's why it's so important to use every moment well. And you might think, but learning English takes time. Yes, it does. But here's the truth. Everything takes time, so why not spend it on something that will change your life? Let me give you a small example. A simple word like priceless. What does it mean? If something is priceless, it's so valuable that no amount of money could buy it. Time, my friends, is priceless. Imagine you get 1 minute today, just 60 seconds, to learn a new English word or phrase. Would you let that minute slip away, or would you grab it and make it yours? I once met a girl named Clara. She was nervous about learning English because it wasn't spoken in her home. Every day, though, she gave herself just 15 minutes. At first, she only learned simple phrases like, "How are you?" and "What is your name?" But little by little, those tiny moments grew into bigger achievements. By the end of 1 year, Clara was reading books in English. How did she do it? She didn't let time go to waste. Now let's practice something together. Think about how you could use the word priceless in a sentence. For example, if someone gives you a beautiful smile, you could say, "Her smile was priceless." Doesn't that feel wonderful to say? Try it out loud. Repeat it after me. Her smile was priceless. You see, even just a few seconds like this can make all the difference. Here's a secret I want to share with you. English isn't just about learning words and phrases. It's about creating tiny moments of connection. When you say good morning to someone, you're making their day a little brighter. When you write a small email in English, you're opening a door to new opportunities. These small actions add up over time, and before you know it, you've grown so much without even realizing it. I understand that learning English can feel overwhelming. There are so many words, tenses, and rules. It's like staring at a huge mountain. But remember what my grandmother said. Time is like water. It flows continuously, but if you cup your hands, you can hold just enough to quench your thirst. In the same way, focus on small steps rather than the entire mountain. Today you learn one word. Tomorrow you practice a sentence. The day after, you might tell someone about your favorite food in English. Step by step. That's how you'll climb the mountain. Do you know why I believe in you? Because I've seen people do it before. I've seen shy students become confident speakers. I've seen people who struggled with basic sentences later give speeches in English. Once, a quiet boy named Liam joined one of my classes. He had trouble with even "hello, how are you?" But he showed up every day. He asked questions. He laughed at his mistakes but kept moving forward. You know what Liam told me years later? I just kept thinking, even if I'm slow, I'm still moving. Isn't that inspiring? And here's a truth for you. You don't have to be perfect. A lot of people worry about making mistakes in English. Let me tell you about an incident. A friend of mine, Emily, went to a cafe when she was just starting to learn. She tried to say, "Can I have a coffee, please?" But instead, she said, "Can I be a coffee, please?" Everyone laughed, including her. But what's beautiful about this incident is that she didn't stop. She laughed along and tried again. Mistakes aren't failures, they're stepping stones. I want you to think about every moment as a gift because your time is priceless. Every time you take a step forward, whether that means reading a book, practicing with a friend, or even just listening to English songs, you're using your priceless time wisely. Can you make a promise to yourself today? Just one small promise? Something like, "I'll practice one sentence every day," or "I'll write 3 new words in my notebook this week." These small actions are your investment in the future. And remember, every learner begins as a beginner. Even the most fluent speakers once stumbled over their first words. If you ever feel like giving up, just remember Clara, Liam, or David. They all started small. They all had doubts. But the one thing they didn't do was stop. Keep moving, even if it feels slow. Like Liam said, even a small step is still movement. I want to remind you of something simple. Time doesn't stop, but you can choose how to use it. Don't wait for the perfect day to start learning English. The perfect day is today, and the perfect time is now. You've already made one fantastic decision by being here and reading this. See, you're already on the right path. Consistency, patience, and courage will take you farther than you imagine, step by step, little by little. You've got this.